Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing Attack on Titan. This is season 4, episode 26. I really enjoyed the last one. We talked about it a lot, of course, as per usual. And there was a lot of talking in that episode too. It was quite heavy and a lot of complicated and emotional stuff going on, but very important as well. Like getting all of these characters together and them actually sitting around in a circle and talking about stuff. It's something that we wanted to see for a long while. But now they are, moving forward together. They're trying to get to the port and get to a flying boat, as they're calling it, so that they can locate Eren, and then they're gonna figure out like how they're going to stop him. Presumably, like trying to talk to him first, and if that fails, then we'll see. But are you ready to jump into this one?
Yes.
Yes, then let's do it. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for Attack on Titan, where we are done at this point with part 2 here. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. And here we go. Wow, there are a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
まさかフロックの動きがここまで速いとは。
我々はイエーガー派に飛行艇を壊されたらおしまいなのだが、なぜ奴らはそうしない？
ね。
さあね。そんな彼らもここに私たちがいると分かれば、即座に飛行艇を粉々にするだろう。その阻止は9つの巨人の力があっても困難だ。
Storm? Or
Yeah, something that could work in their favor, perhaps, or something.
perhaps. Did we have an intro in the last one?
No, I don't think we did actually. Like, no intro sequence in the last one. You're right. They kind of skipped that one. It's so cool, or so interesting, seeing them work together in this way. Like having Hanji and Margath like planning out an attack together. It's surreal. And after this one, we only have 2 left.
Yeah.
That's also very surreal.
It took us less than a year, though.
It did. Traitor. Ooh,
Who?
Traitor.
奴らを一瞬で皆殺しにする。飛行艇を確保するにはそれしかない。
いいや、アズマ人に死なれたら困るのは兄ちゃん。
その通りだ。飛行艇の操縦だけなら俺だけでもなんとかなるだろう。だが、アズマ人の整備士がいなければ、飛行艇は羽のないボートのままだ。
アズマ人を守りつつ、飛行艇を整備する時間も稼がなくちゃならない。
Well, if they need them.
その上、邪魔をしてくるイエーガー派からは死傷者を出したくないとでも言うつもり？
Fuck yeah, that's how the hell.
教えてよ、アルミ。
待てよ。俺たちは人を助けるためにここにいるんだぞ。なのに、まずやることが島の連中の皆殺しかよ。どうしてくれるんだよ。
あんたたちならあの日、壁を壊すことを選ばなかっただろうね。私たちと違って。
やっぱり俺はお前と同じだ。
あれはそういうことか。イエーガー派に見つかればイヤガー王でも選択を迫られるだろう。ただし何も手出しするな。
私は観客になる気はないよ。イエーガー派ならもう4人殺したことだしね。
Kill for what?
何より人類にはもう時間が残されていない。大量の蒸気を上げながら進む巨人が見える。
Ah, that's what. Oh shit. Oh fuck already.
So that was the storm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was really quick. What's up? Oh! I don't know if that's gonna. Ah!
気が変わった。この嘆きを見届けるまで死にたくない。
Right?
私を連れて行けばエレンの生きづ
I just might say where he says. Oh. Oh. What are you doing, Gabi?
昨夜の私の態度を詫びたい。我々は間違っている。
Oh.
Alright, okay.
軽々しくも正義を語ったことだ。卑劣なマーレそのものである自分自身を直視することを恐れたからだ。君たちに責任はない。同じ民族という理由で過去の罪を着せられることは間違っている。
Yes, that is wrong. Exactly.
お前たちも世界の憎しみを一身に背負う言われはない。だが、この血に濡れた愚かな歴史を忘れることなく、後世に伝える責任はある。愚かな行いから目をそらし続ける限り、地獄は終わらない。
Yeah.
Speaking the truth.
だから、頼む。我々の愚かな行いに今だけ目をつぶってくれ。
Okay. Just a little more bloodshed and violence, and then we're done. Oh.
手も汚さず正しくあろうとするなんて。
Which means...
You gonna join the fight, or...?
Yeah, I think so.
見てくださいよ。運命の痕跡は跡形もなく消え去り、まっさらな土地に生まれ変わる。あなた方はただ、この島に貢献してくれればいいのです。幸いにして、ヒーズルの優秀な技術者がここにいるわけですし、ね。
Those were the 4 she talked about?
これでパラディ島は安泰だとお考えのようでしたらお気の毒に。ただ世間が狭くなるだけのことです。何も変わらず同様の殺し合いを繰り返すことでしょう。
大事なのは身の程をわきまえることでしょう。ヒーズルの技術など必要ない。飛行艇も航海術も我々の身の丈には合わない代物だと欲を立てば不安の種は摘める。いいですか?
Oh? Oh shit!
車力の巨人を追ってたんだよ。
Oh.
鎧と一緒だ。海を泳いで逃げた。早くしないと逃げられる。今すぐ飛行艇が。
That's how you're gonna do this.
南に逃げるに決まっているだろう。奴らはちゃんとオニャコポンを殺したんだぞ。
Oh yeah, because they didn't know that.
Is this gonna work? Is Floch gonna figure it out? They're just heading straight for it. Oh fuck!
実はお前たちがマーレとグルになってこの飛行艇を使って地ならしを止めようとして。
Where did they hear that?
俺たちせっかく助かるのにお前らがこの島をまた危険にするわけないよな。
当たり前だろ。
よかった。お前らが裏切ってたらどうしていいかわかんねえし。
いいから早く爆弾を取ってくれよ。
I don't like this.
No, me neither.
でもな、お前らなら敵国だろうとエレンの虐殺を止めるんじゃねえかってそんな気もしたんだ。
But they're removing the explosives.
すべて成功すれば無用な血は流れない。
I fucking hope so.
南へ逃げると分かっている敵を追うなら機関車を使った方が早い。いや、確証は持てない。でもやっぱり不安の種は積んでおくべきか。
What happened? Did he actually? Oh! She's fast. Boom, and there's Mikasa.
Yep.
Eat your gun. Ah, of course he got away. Fuck! No, 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 no.
And then he's surrounded.
Okay, yeah. She must be somewhat confused seeing all these people working together.
Yeah.
Oh no, but what's gonna happen here? He's gonna reconnect. Das no. Amin! Amin!
だぜ早く飛行艇を爆破しろ早くやれ
He can survive, right?
Well, yeah, he can heal.
畜生なんでこんな
これでいい我々が安全なら奴らは存分に暴れることができる
Let loose? Ooh! Yeah, okay, let loose. I see it now.
Yeah.
Ani, Rainer.
まさかなぜこうなるんだ
This.
暴力を奪うことはできないよねえ兵長
It's the female Titan. It's been a while. Ah.
That kick, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, he's healing.
Yeah.
He's up. I mean,
俺たちは仲間じゃないのかよお前たちは仲間だよでも
誰かがやらなくちゃいけないんだよ
Yeah, sure.
Connie.
誰かが自分の手を血で染めないと
Oh, fuck this. Yeah, it was inevitable. Unavoidable. It's still horrible and it still feels wrong, but like what else? Like, they need to go through with this plan to save the rest of the world, and there's only one way to do that. And it would have worked if it wasn't fucking Floch, man. But that was, of course, episode 26. Again, a very heavy and emotional episode, but in a different way than the previous one. Because, yeah, there was definitely a lot going on, and got some action and then some killing again. Back to some of that. Even though they really, really tried to avoid it, and it seemed like for a quick minute there that yeah, they might have gotten away with it if it wasn't because of, as I just mentioned, Floch.
Yeah.
He's just too damn sharp and this not deceptive, perceptive, yes. And he figured out that something's off here, something's not right, and he acted on it.
But he definitely thought that, but also the people on the dock,
Das and Samuel,
something, they were told, and we also learned that they have been called out as traitors early on, so.
Yeah, like they thought something was up as well, but it wasn't really until Floch managed to like burst out of there, and then he yelled that they're here, they're all traitors, take them out.
Yeah, but they were told beforehand. They were not just like, they were told beforehand that Connie and Armin and
the other that they might be traitors. Like it wasn't because they weren't sure of it.
They weren't sure of it. And Floch also said, well, there's no proof of it. But yeah, so that's why they were actually in doubt of them, and that's why they were hesitant.
Yeah, but they still did remove the wires and whatnot. I don't know, what do you even call it? They disarmed the bomb at least. So the plan was kind of working, and up until the point where Floch then burst out and yelled, and then it was just, now we have to commit, now we have to kill everyone here. And it's just another case of, and what Margath said and talked about as well, like even though we know, all of us now here, that this is not the way forward and we should stop and break this cycle of violence, but to do that
we have to do this.
There needs to be even more bloodshed to get to that point, and
they tried to come up with this plan to spill no blood. But we saw that it didn't go. It was meant to prevent bloodshed.
Yeah, another attempt. I'm sure from Armin. I'm sure it was his plan to prevent bloodshed, and he's always trying to come up with these plans where we don't need to kill anyone, and then it'll backfire more often than not, unfortunately.
But as it backfired, Armin got shot.
Yeah, man. Fuck, for a minute there, I was like, what? No, that's...
was not really expecting that to happen.
No.
I don't think anyone really was expecting it.
It was so quick as well.
Yeah, it was just pow, 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 and then he had 3 holes in him. And, since he has a Titan, he is able to heal from it at least. So that's what we saw.
Yeah, and then we should have predicted that, but...
Yeah, as he then, because he was obviously, I would say, the one who talked about trying not to do the whole bloodshed thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then Bertolt, because he ate Bertolt, so he also has all of Bertolt's memories and everything. So that's when his words popped up, and he was like, well, I have to be the one to bloody my hands. And that was when Armin kind of snapped. And even though they talked to these Das and Samuel, they talked about this like, well, we are friends, we're supposed to be friends, right? And yeah, we are friends, but you're kind of in the way right now.
We have to do this.
We have to do this.
We have to,
Yeah, and that was so hard, and well.
Yeah, I wanted them to like in that moment like just yell out that, can't you see this is wrong? Eren is killing the rest of the world, no matter if it saves us or not. Like this whole thing is just wrong. But like you can't just start in the middle of all that just trying to explain, and it wasn't gonna do anything. And they just had to commit in that moment, and as you just said, with the memory from Bertolt, realize that they have to bloody their hands once again.
And it was tough on like the emotional heaviness. It was in this whole, because well, the episode was called Traitors, or Traitor, I don't know, but it's about this whole, when you betray someone that you are friends with, to this caliber, to this degree, the hurt you're feeling, like you have to do this, right? And we saw that with Armin and Connie. Both of them, they were just,
oh, that was so tough.
It was really tough, and just Connie just screaming because he had to kill 2 of his friends, but he had to do it, and like that scream, that was just agony. You could just hear that was just agony of having to kill your own friends for world peace, or at least to strive towards some sort of world peace.
Yeah.
And that must be so freaking hard. Like, well, this whole series, especially this season, it's just like agonizing pain throughout. Like I can't. Oh.
All of it, and it's like, even though, of course, we're sitting here and we're kind of like Armin in the way where, like, we don't want anyone to die. We don't want to lose any more characters. We don't want them to start killing again and bloody their hands. But again, just in the nature of the situation they're in, and it being just inevitable, unavoidable, that they're gonna have to do this to save the world. It's so tough to watch, but of course also there's no way around it. I don't know, I almost don't know what to say, but at least with these characters, like it's very clear, it's very apparent that it hurts them to do this, and even though it's for a cause they truly believe in, it's still hurting them, and it's still so hard to do this, and it weighs heavily on them. And that shows to me, at least, that even though they're doing horrible things, they are still somewhat good people, deep down, and they are trying to do the right thing. And it's a stark contrast with Connie and Armin here in this situation, having to do something horrible, but then reacting in the way that they do. And you look at someone like Floch, who is also, fighting for what he believes in and doing what he thinks is right. But it does not seem like there's no remorse in there about having to do horrible things. On the contrary, it sort of seems like he's enjoying it, and that's where there's a big difference in some of these characters for me. Like, all of them are doing and have done horrible things and have killed, but the way that they then react to that and process that and justify that, like, therein lies the big difference, and where, I can, at least me personally, be more on board with some characters more than others, even though they're still just fighting for what they believe in and from their perspectives, and there is no like perfect solution where everybody just walks away alive and happy.
No, and that's also what Elena basically said to
Magath?
Levi?
Oh, to Levi, yeah, in the end, yes.
Right there in the end, like, they just want their bloody violence, or, like, they just can't go without their violence.
It's always going to return.
Yeah, and it's with
you can't just nip it in the butt, as Floch said either.
No, and that's also with I can't remember what her name is, but the Asmobito woman.
Oh yeah.
But she basically also said to Floch was like, well, yeah, okay, so you kill all of us. And then Eren kills basically everyone else, but then you're just gonna start fighting with each other instead, like infighting, yeah, and then you're just gonna stop that, and then it's just
you're just shrinking the world. You're not eliminating violence.
No, you're not gonna be necessarily gonna be free, because you're just gonna keep on fighting and find someone to fight, and trying to eradicate yourselves then all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And well, point in case, some aliens come and have to take out their other Eldian friends, so that's a lot of infighting. So that was just basically point in case. And then you had the Margath speech there, were very nice, with like he finally understood.
Yeah.
With this whole, like, from the last episode, where it was like he finally understood that, well, you should not necessarily be responsible for what
your ancestors did.
your ancestors did, because that's not. You're not the same, and you might not want the same, and well, hopefully not. But it's like, well, then why should you atone for something? You're just a person. You have your own lives. You have your own futures. You don't have to atone for other people's sins. That's been like, that's years and years ago. So he understood that, but he was like, yeah, and I understand where you're coming from, and I suddenly understand all of this. And, well, I would never expect you to do this and try to take out your friends. We would never expect you to do this. But just this once. Last time.
Yes.
And then it was up to them whether they wanted to or not. And I think that was very nice that at least they tried to make it up to them, to say, like, you have to.
Yes, we can do this, and Raina and Annie stepping up, and we've already done these horrible things. We have already bloodied our hands so many times, and we can never come back from that. So
we will always be the enemy to them.
Yes, so we will do this, and you guys can stand aside, so you don't have to bloody your hands at least. But I also like then that Armin was like, no, actually, I refuse to just stand on the sidelines, and I refuse to let, there has to be another way, or at least, I think he was also prepared for, like, okay, if this plan of mine where we try to do it the non-violent way, if that fails, then yes, we're gonna have to commit. But I'm not just gonna stand on the sidelines. Not gonna do that.
Not gonna. I think he meant it in two ways. Both that, well, he didn't want to stand on the sidelines with clean hands.
Yeah.
But he also didn't want
them to just bloody their hands again, and then all these people dying no matter what.
If they could prevent the bloodshed,
yes,
Yeah, so I think it was at least that. Yeah, that's.
Yes, you can look at it in both ways. Yeah, definitely. And they tried. They really, really tried.
Yep.
And well, now we're just gonna pick up for the next episode, and they're still gonna be fighting there, and probably killing all of the Jaegerists. Did something happen to Floch, or did he, like, the last thing we saw of him was just like him being like right between Raina and Annie, and then they transformed. So yeah, he probably just got away again, and like, I have a feeling at least that during the next couple of episodes, Floch is most likely going to die.
You think?
I don't like, if they succeed here, all the others, doing what they're trying to do, then they have to kill everyone, like all the Jaegerists there. And I think Floch especially is gonna, fight and keep on fighting. He's not gonna give up or surrender. And I don't think he's gonna run away either at this point. I don't know. We'll of course see what happens. I was surprised, however, that Eren and all the colossal titans, like the rumbling.
You did ask how is Eren gonna
cross the water
with all these, and well, they're just doing the Pirates of the Caribbean. It seems like that they're just going
down to the bottom of the ocean there, sea floor and just ocean floor, whatever you call it, and then they just walk and get there. But they got there fast.
Apparently, yeah. And that all that smoke, or not smoke, there was steam coming from, because they're so warm, and then water and yeah.
Yes.
So that's when we thought it was, or I thought it was a storm in the end. In the start, they were just looking at the steam and kind of following the steam to see how far they've come.
Yeah, and it looked like that they've gotten all the way to Mali and the shores, and they've probably already started wiping out cities. And so they are in a hurry if they want to at least stop the rumbling before too many people die.
And they need to take the aeroplane, but they also need the mechanics.
Yes, that was very important.
And engineers from Azumabito.
Yeah, that's what Onyankopon said. That yes, we can't just let these people die either. We actually have to protect them and make sure that Floch and the Jaegerists doesn't kill them, because we can't fly the plane without them.
Exactly. Or this flying boat.
The flying, as they're calling it.
But of course, if they don't have airplanes.
No, then it's a new concept for them. Like they have airships at the moment.
And I'm sorry, but it reminds me
a
a little bit of the Japanese providing a specific kind of plane. I can't remember the plane. I think it's called Zero or something. But at least a specific kind of plane that they made for the Germans in World War II.
Oh.
So they made a specific plane.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was an interesting parallel.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've had these parallels to real history several times before.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that was the inspiration.
Perhaps, yeah.
Could have been. Yeah. Definitely. And then, as we also commented on during the episode, got to see the female Titan again. It's been such a long while. And seeing Annie and Raina working together there again, definitely sort of a... makes me think of the earlier seasons. And then that makes me think about just again how far we've come and how...
So far!
Everything has gotten... not less complicated since all of that. Wow, yeah. I'm actually also looking forward to at some point, like between part 2 and 3, and maybe doing a little, looking back at what we've seen and experienced thus far, and just talking about what we thought and how we thought things were going to go at the beginning of the series, and what the world looked like, and our theories from like some of the earlier episodes and up until this point, and how we definitely couldn't have predicted any of this. I think we predicted some things along the way,
but the thing is that because we did predict a whole lot of things,
did we?
Yeah. But the thing is that we ended up, because we predicted so much, that we also ended up, so we had a lot of hits, but then they turned to misses, because then we were like, okay, but maybe it's something more like this, so we predicted something, and then it was then we got another clue, and that clue kind of put us off,
pointed us in the wrong direction again.
And there's been a lot of red herrings as well, so
this is only a good thing, because I like that we're not able to figure out what's going to happen in this story all the time. Far from it, actually.
But I feel like a lot of the mystery is like, there's definitely still mystery.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like most of the mystery is kind of like unshrouded now.
That was a big part of the series to begin with, was just unraveling this whole mystery about, what is this world? Yeah. What are the Titans? What are they doing here? Why are they behind these walls? And that was the driving force of the series to begin with, and then now evolved into something quite different, but there is still mysteries, and one of the big mysteries now, of course, is like how exactly and what's gonna happen when they do get to the point where they have to try and stop Eren, and maybe and if they can't talk him out of it, then what are they gonna do from there, and what are the options, and again, what's really up with the Akamans. Like, so there is still mystery involved, but it is a very different series from where we started.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. Still though, the themes, that's a through line. A lot of the themes, I think,
definitely.
are still, you can see those throughout the entire series. But yeah, it's too early to start reminiscing about it. We still have a couple more episodes to go.
And a whole another part season.
And a whole other, part 3. Which is, coming in a year's time or something. But, do you have anything you want to add to this one?
I just have a question. Well, just one question.
Mm-hmm.
What would happen if if one person ate all the Titans? So like all 9 of them? What would happen? Would it melt into some sort of like a super Titan? Or would it be...
Yeah, I'm not quite sure always like how that works. Like, at least it's apparent that, because the only one we know who has more of the 9 Titans inside of them like is Eren. But even when he had both of course the Attack Titan and then the Founding Titan and the Warhammer Titan, all 3 inside of him. When he transformed, he still transformed into the Attack Titan, but he also had the powers of the other Titan. So I think you're just gonna, when you transform, you're still gonna look like the Titan you originally were. But when you get all 9, I don't know if there's something special happens there, and I don't expect for us to find out because I don't know like what sort of situation that we would be where someone had all 9.
But Ymir kind of split into
9,
right? So if all 9 then suddenly were connected again, I mean, what is that Titan able to do? Like, what is that? Some sort of like all powerful being? Is Ymir going to be resurrected? I don't know, man.
Those are questions.
Yeah, it was just, and it was not. It's just a rhetorical question. Oh, like a question.
It's just wondering out loud. Yeah,
I'm wondering out loud. Yeah, and It's not like I want people to answer or anyone to answer right now, but it was just like from something the top of my brainium.
Yeah, something you've been thinking about, and there are still definitely going to be things where we don't get the answer to. So some questions maybe like that,
perhaps,
or maybe we will. Maybe
it's not going to be like Dark, where 10% of the questions are never going to be answered.
Yeah.
Like, perhaps, why the hell do you have that thing on your eye?
Yeah, what's with the eye patch? There is a character with an eye patch, but we very much know.
We know what happened there.
What happened there. But okay, I think that's gonna do it for this reaction and review of Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 26. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we will see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.